Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is fine and doing well in these days. I have a question for you. I know that there's many things important in our life. Can you tell me some of what are important in your life? Is it education, health, prosperity, or financial? Well, if you answer one or more, you are either is correct because these are necessary for our life. And today I'm going to discuss about discussion about the in financial activity and how to build a credit. And my name is Van Ring, and I'm going to discuss based on some of my experience and some of my research. So someone may ask me, what is the credit? Well, a credit is ability of custom to obtain good or service before the payment, based on the trust payment will be making future. Basically, it's promising about the payment and dealing with money. Yep, money. That is the everybody love money, and the more you get money, the more you need money. So, um, how affect the credit in our life is as some of you may know already. There's a many gap between poor and rich in this modern day because of the credit score that they have. Back in 2019, there was about over 567,000 well homeless in the U.S. I think that's a lot because of the individual credit score, and it's easily come to homeless. And another thing is to have a good credit. It's not going to happen overnight, over a day, or over a month. I remember when I built my credit, it took me about 3 years. According to the research, that is, it may take 2 to 3 years to have a decent credit. Yep, a good credit is very important for our modern life living. Everybody wants nice house and want to build a beautiful family. Matter of fact, in current day, in up to today, I mean up to now, according to research, in the United States, there's only 64% of people can own a house in all the amount out of all other population. Yep. Another thing is living exp- living expense can require a good credit. Let's think about we cut pay by weekly, which is 2 weeks in one time. And let's say you want to spend some money before the paycheck come in, and you don't have any credit card. And what you're gonna do? You might borrow some money from your friend or your neighbor, but they cannot do it all the time. So when you have a credit card, it can take care of it, as it's convenient when you have a credit card. Another thing is when we are buying a car, or we are leasing a car, any auto loan is require good credit. If you don't have a good credit, you may end up with paying high interest rate, which is you don't want to do that. Yep, job. That is the most important thing in our life, to have a job. And everybody have a job, either you're rich or you're standard, or everybody need to have a job, decent job. Well, if you are looking for a better job or higher position, the employer will check your credit history. If you're just good or just standard, and if somebody else is excellent, they're gonna pick up the one who are excellent. So a credit check is required for employment. Another thing is if you want to build your own business, it also requires a good credit. You can get a loan up to $250,000 and within 3 days, which is awesome. So I'm provide you what is the credit and how important and how affecting our life. Now it's time to discuss about how to build a credit. Well, the credit history consists of payment history, amount that you owe, the length of credit history, the new credit card, and type of credit card. This all is combined in the, when the score when they look at that they look at all the information that I mentioned. So let's move on to how to build the credit card. First thing I done when I built my credit, I went to the bank and I put $500 to the saving account, and then I asked for a secure credit card, which is they just took your money and then you just they just deposit in your account as on a credit card account, and they let you spend on it. That maximum gonna be only $500. But I didn't use all the $500 in a month. I just keep it maximum up to $350, and I paid it on time. The payment due date. And later on, I went back to the bank and I asked for a credit, a regular credit card, and they offered me $5,000. It was awesome. I was so happy and excited about it. The next one is, what I done was I have a bill on my name, my name, that bill that exact my name on it. Of course, the time my credit wasn't really good, so I just built it up. I didn't get approved, so I had to get a cosign who's gonna be cosign for me. So the first thing was I applied for my own telephone bill and the TV cable and utility bill, and I paid it on time. The next one is back in the day when we make a payment or any bill, I have to send it and post it with United States Post Office, and it will take like 3 to 5 business days. So I had to send ahead of 10 days ahead of the due date. In these days, you can set up online, which is you hook up with your bank account indirectly. Another thing is you can pay it on the go, like if you go to convenience store, like the 7-Eleven or some grocery store offers pay your bill. That's really cool. Another thing. And credit is also considered with our behavior as well. So what I did was every situation that I have with another person or stranger, I keep calm myself, and then I'm trying to behave good behavior as much as I could. Like if you're getting a speedy ticket, it will end up you paying high auto insurance. So good behavior is one of the things that important in credit history as well. Some of the job may ask you, have you ever had a crime? And if you said no, and then they find out yes, they can find out whether you have or not. So having good behavior is important as well. As I mentioned before, that its credit to put the credit is maybe about 2 years or 2 to 3 years, especially if you had some loan or some debt. Like many students have some student loan, and please pay off and put it in a priority first than any other. That's just so important, because if you carry the debt, it will be grow and it will add up another thing as well. So the credit card is not a credit card. The credit history is since you're born, now, and the future. It's all calculated and all recorded. So the credit, I think that is good. A good how do you say that? Because of this system, that people are good behave and they think for the future. And so far, we're doing well on this credit history checking thing and something like that. So let me conclude my topic today. The credit can be really struggle in financial activity if we don't have a good credit. If you don't have a good credit, when you buy a house, it may end up with you're paying high interest rate, which is the monthly payment going to be bigger than any other. Or you may never get a home because of your credit. And also, if you're buying any car, like if your credit is bad, they may ask you put it down, huge down payment. And lastly, it's hard to get a job it may hard to get a job if you don't have a good credit. So that is how important is credit in our life. So I hope you have learned something today, and I appreciate for your time. Thank you.